What's up, everybody? Welcome to TotallyAFan. I jacked that whole intro up because of my camera. What's up, everybody? Welcome to TotallyAFan. This is the show where we go over news in the world of movies, comics, TV, video games, your fandom fanfare right here. With me, as always, Mr. Jesse Meza.
Hello, hello.
Yes, sir. You're tuning into the live stream every Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Twitch. However, if you missed today's episode for whatever reason, because life happens, make sure to catch us on YouTube. We release the clips throughout the week. Full episode goes live on Wednesday. You can also listen to the podcast every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Anchor.fm, the official home of the podcast. Or you can listen to us wherever else you like to listen to shows on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, etc., etc. We're all there. Now, today, boys, we have an interesting episode. A lot of cool stuff happened in the news today. Just a couple things. I want to remind everyone that you guys can continue to get your Marvel content every Friday. Yesterday was a new episode of Marvel's Assembled, behind the scenes look at WandaVision. And then next week starts Falcon and Winter Soldier. After that's done, you'll get another Marvel's Assembled, the BTS of the new show, then Loki, then Assembled, then movie, then Assembled, etc., until the end of the year. Just want to make sure everybody's aware so nobody freaks out about that. I keep thinking we have like a big announcement, and whatever the announcement is, I keep forgetting. I noticed this last week. I thought something crazy was happening, but I'm like tripping. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's stream. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come hang out with us, nerds. Much love to you. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So they reported a while back, I want to say maybe about a year ago, that Michael Keaton was set to reprise his Batman role from Batman in 1989 in the new Flashpoint movie. Well, there were talks and rumors, speculation that a Batman Beyond movie might be coming with Michael Keaton. Of course, it was mostly just fan speculation because of his casting in the Flashpoint. However, word on the street is that Batman Beyond is actually coming to HBO Max. In addition, Michael Keaton is in talks with reprising his role in Batman Beyond. Now, there are other reports that Michael Keaton was going to appear as Batman in multiple different media, whether it's a Flashpoint movie, something going on with the Flash on TV, another Justice League movie, some kind of like iteration of Michael Keaton coming back as Batman in multiple projects. Now we know that Batman Beyond is actually in the works. It's in development right now, and it is coming. So it's really great to see potential Michael Keaton come back. Now, we did also just report that, when did we do it? Last week or the week before? That the Batman 89 comics was coming back featuring the Michael Keaton style Batman. So that has led up to that speculation into the confirmation that we got from a variety of different sources. I think Variety, I know Comic Book Resources might have some stuff, Screen Rant, etc. Jesse, what's going on, man? Talk to me.
Well, I think people have been wanting this, for years, even before Michael Keaton was cast in the new Batman. I think the popularity of Batman Beyond, I think everyone wanted this to happen because Michael Keaton is like the iconic Batman. Mm-hmm. I think universally he's everyone's number one.
If not him, then
yeah. I mean, it's just like I think this is what everyone was like dreaming about. So. We'll just have to see what comes out of it. I really think it could be a cool movie. It seems like they're definitely not trying to tie into the whole like Batman, like they don't want a singular universe anymore because we still have the Ben Affleck Batman, walking around in the Flash movie, and then we have Robert Pattinson is like the younger Batman, and then now we're gonna have a new Batman with Batman Beyond. I think they're just trying to, this Marvel thing doesn't work. We're just gonna do our own thing, but it's gonna be real cool, I think.
Yeah. So again, we got confirmation that he's gonna be reprising his role in the Flashpoint movie, and the Flash is a character who has to deal with timelines, multiple timelines, potentially multiple universes. kind of like what he does on the show with the Infinite Crisis and then the multiple Earths and stuff like that. So it's definitely possible that we could see him coming back in other projects. But we know for sure that he's coming for Flashpoint. So to see other movies and other projects, that'll be great. And again, we know that Batman Beyond is in development for HBO Max as a movie, not as a TV show. But that's not to stop, him being in other projects as being reported right now. One of the big things too is on Facebook, we shared information, I think from Comic Book Resources, that not Batman Beyond, that Batgirl and Zatanna are going to get DC movies, like full feature live action movies. Will probably also be on HBO Max, and that Batman will be playing a role in there, and it could be Michael Keaton. Additionally, it's going to be supposedly the storyline of the Batgirl movie is going to be similar to the Batman Beyond TV show, but the Batman Beyond movie is going to be more based on the comics. So that's going to be interesting to see if they go that route. Obviously, it's not going to be a full-on copy for the Batgirl movie, but who knows, because that's still in development right now. We just got confirmation that it's coming. We don't have any other details on that. Now, I'm excited because Michael Keaton, like you said, is one of the big Batman. If not him, then it's Kevin Conroy, the voice actor from the animated series.
We can agree that nobody likes George Clooney. Yeah.
Val Kilmer is like, and again, I don't remember if I said it on stream, but like, I have a little bit more respect for Batman Forever than what I did before. I blame Schumacher most of all, but it is what it is. Now, kind of going back to that, like I said, it's possible that we can see Batman in other universes. We know that Batman has had some out-of-the-box collaboration works with a bunch of different characters. They did a couple movies, a couple TV shows, or not TV shows, a couple comics. One of which would be interesting to see is if they do any sort of hint to the Ninja Turtles, seeing as how there was the whole Batman Ninja Turtles comic book run that was pretty big. So that'd be pretty big. Michael Keaton coming back for multiple different projects, I think would be fantastic. But the confirmation of a Batman Beyond movie with him being Batman, being like the old Bruce Wayne, as well as confirmation on him being the same Batman in Flashpoint, I think it's going to be great. Now, again, kind of going back to what Jesse said, this is not to take away from Robert Pattinson's movie. So more than likely, this movie will come out after Robert Pattinson's movie, and not like immediate after, maybe after like a sequel or whatever. So don't give your hopes up that this is going to be like 100% connected. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, Jesse.
Did you say Ninja Turtles?
I did.
What have they been up to? We haven't seen them in a while.
No, we haven't. We know that their new shows on Nickelodeon is doing pretty good.
Well, they ended that. Been like, I kind of didn't follow that because like they came with a new season and then they kind of just quietly ended it. And so I think they're doing a Netflix movie or something, or
supposedly
something like
with
that.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need more Ninja Turtles in our lives. Like honestly.
Yeah. What do you propose?
I don't know. I mean, I would love like another like live action movie with like the Jim Henson puppets.
Fucking yes, yes,
like,
I agree.
Cool. Like, imagine like a gritty Daredevil Netflix show, but with the Ninja Turtle Netflix. The Ninja Turtle Jim Henson puppets. That would be cool. Maybe another cartoon, but I mean, I feel like they've kind of done that. Overdrive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love a new video game. I mean, the last one that came out was like 2016. It was like a 3D brawler. I mean, it was all right, but I mean, they haven't had any like awesome games since like the old Super Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Those were cool. They should bring that back.
Yeah, they should.
They should. Like right now. Maybe they should stealth drop a trailer for the new frickin' Ninja Turtle game. Maybe they should just do that and not announce it.
It came out of nowhere, bro. Totally left field.
There's a new Ninja Turtle game, and it's a sequel to Turtles in Time.
Dude, it looks so beautiful. Oh my god, dude, it looks so good.
Well, a lot of people just watched like the first 30 seconds and just assumed it was a cartoon because they didn't show any gameplay until like the very end. Like the last 10 seconds were actual footage. So I was talking to people like, yeah, do you see the new Ninja Turtle cartoon? I'm like, what cartoon?
I'm not gonna lie.
You mean the game?
I thought it was a fan made. I thought it was a fan made trailer at first until I realized like who uploaded the first look.
You know, I mean, at that, and then like I immediately recognized that as soon as that intro came on. I'm like, this looks like Turtles in Time. Are they like redoing the intro like a fan animation or? But you know,
or even like a port, an updated port. All right, guys, if you haven't guessed it, that's right. Ninja Turtles is getting a brand new video game. Shredder's Revenge is the title of this one, and just as Jesse said, it's going to be a sequel to Turtles in Time.
Oh my god, yeah, I can't wait, dude.
It looks good. It's going to be hella fun. I want to play it on stream. Jesse's definitely one of my first people to consider playing it with. I got dibs on Johnny. And I'm really excited.
So like not only that, this is actually developed by the people who did let's see, they did the Scott Pilgrim game. Mm-hmm. They did Streets of Rage 4. So like they know what they're doing. The Scott Pilgrim game was actually one of the best, I think, beat 'em ups, like retro beat 'em ups ever made. Mm-hmm. So the fact that they finally acquired like the Ninja Turtle license to do something like this is just insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, visually, it looks really good. It looks as good as Streets of Rage 4 does. Mechanics, Scott Pilgrim was like definitely on my mind when I saw this trailer drop, and it fucking looks awesome. It looks fun. Don't expect like some really long video game. This is probably going to be like maybe 6 levels, 7 levels, maybe. Of just like retro nostalgia fun, but I think it looks good, and I'm really excited to play it.
Like I'm secretly hoping, I don't know if they will because it kind of costs a little bit of money, but if they could get the original voice actors to come in and just throw some lines in there, I don't know if it's going to be like a story mode with cutscenes. I mean, the original games didn't have that, but it would be so cool to just get them to just maybe have a couple lines in there so you can just hear them. That would be so cool.
I think the biggest thing is like with technology being so like what it is today, I feel like they definitely could. Instead of reading like text, for dialogue, I definitely think they could do voice actors. And I agree. I think they should do the OG voice actors. That'd be fucking awesome. They're still alive, so like why not, right?
Yeah, I mean they're still they just did a team up the last Turtles show, they did a big team up with those versions of the Turtles. So they're still kicking. They're still around.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely looking forward to the game. If you are too, please let us know in the comments below. Let us know what are some aspects that you hope to see. But God, man, that game would be epic. I can't wait. Alrighty, moving on. Alrighty, so The Nightmare Before Christmas, one of Disney's like all-time cult classics, probably like in the upper echelon of Disney movies, is getting a sequel in novel form. That's right. We're getting a book for The Nightmare Before Christmas 2, and it's set to be more of a young adult type novel. I'm hoping it's not going to be like what's that vampire movie? Twilight. I really hope it's not like Twilight. But that's where the direction it's going in. So it's going to take place literally right after the events of the movie, and it's going to explore a little bit more of Sally and Jack and their relationship as she becomes like the pumpkin queen of Halloween. This is such a great movie, and Tim Burton did a fantastic job with this. And the fact that this is like, again, a cult classic, you see it everywhere. Every Christmas time, every Halloween time, it's always on TV. It's a really great movie. What are your thoughts on this book, Jesse?
Well, actually, I didn't know this existed until like a week ago when you told me. So I'm kind of conflicted. Like the movie is great. Tim Burton's great. I don't know about the medium though, like a young adult novel. Like I would understand like a comic book or a graphic novel. Like a lot of times, people will do a sequel of a movie and just have it in like a comic book form to sort of continue on that story. But like a straight up young adult novel is a little like worrisome, because, those young adult themes are kind of, like Twilight and what's that other one? That other dumb one. So I don't know. It's a little weird. I guess we'll just have to see what actually comes from that. But like a novel, like why wouldn't you do a comic book or like a short or a Disney Plus show? If you're gonna,
Mm-hmm.
do something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I think with the Disney Plus potential show, I think would be fantastic, especially if you're going to go in that route and explore that relationship of Sally and Jack. I think that would be a much better option than a book. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the book isn't like an official. Well, I mean, it probably is, but like it's not from Disney. It's from like an author who wants to write this story.
So it's a fan fiction. That's even worse.
Basically, but it's going to be sold as like an official Disney product.
Oh, so, that's horrible.
Yeah. So
it's not even Disney doing it. It's just a random writer. Ooh.
Yeah. Let me pull up the article.
Cautiously optimistic, I guess.
I mean, like, what else can you be for a project like this, right? So let me just go ahead and quickly pull up the information because I want to make sure that I'm giving you the right facts because I read it a couple times over to make sure that I knew what I was going to be talking about. But obviously the little details on like the names and stuff like that, I didn't forget. I'm really bad with names. But essentially, my understanding was that this was going to be, the book was going to be written in the perspective of Sally, and with like literally starts from like the events at the end of the movie and then goes into like right after. Let's see here as I'm looking for it. Yeah, so it's going to be told as an upcoming coming of age young adult novel. And this is, again, it's going to take shortly after the movie. We're going to see Sally from like navigate her royal title now as Pumpkin Queen of Halloween. I think Shay Earnshaw was hired to write the upcoming novel. I don't know that name. If you guys do, please let us know what your thoughts on their like previous projects are. And in fact, whatever.
Yeah, is that like someone famous that has done something before?
I haven't heard the name before. So now,
no Harry Potter, but
yeah. So the book is expected to release July of 2022, and apparently some fans are excited for it. And I think a lot of the excitement comes from the fact that Nightmare Before Christmas is getting a sequel. Whether it's regardless of what media it's coming at, I know that there are tons of fans that are really excited, but I think without kind of knowing some of that backstory first, it could do well until you read it. For an example, like when Twilight came out, I got suckered into watching it because I had no idea what the hell Twilight was. My friend just told me that, oh, it's going to have vampires, it's going to have werewolves. There's a little bit of love, but like you're going to love it. You're going to love it. So I was like, all right, cool.
Your friend lied to you, sir.
She fucking lied to me, dog. Not only did she lie to me, but she suckered me to watch the second one. And I was like, no, bro. No. Although I did kind of like the second one a little bit more. I do have some like mad respect for Tyler Lautner because I actually grew up watching him in martial arts competitions on TV. So I knew who he was. Even before Shark Boy and Lava Girl, I knew who he was. So that was kind of a big selling point for making me watch the second one. But Twilight sucks, in my opinion. I hated it. But yeah, based on that, I'm not 100% excited for this book. But
it seems boring. I mean, I guess we just got to see what they do with it. But that just definitely seems like something that's so popular. Yeah. Like to me, why wouldn't you do a new movie or a new show or a cartoon or a comic book or something a little more like high tier?
Yeah.
Like a novel seems like anybody could just write a novel. You could do a novel sequel to like something, low key, like James and the Giant Peach or, Emperor's New Groove or something. Like even that had a television show, Like I feel like that's one of your powerhouse franchises. So why wouldn't you do something a lot bigger than just random novel by random writer?
Yeah. Yeah, basically it's a wasted opportunity. So all right, well that's gonna cover it for the first half of the show. This week was kind of slow in news. There were a lot of trailers, a lot of TV spots, but projects we already knew was coming out. Justice League is getting ready to come out. I think 3 more weeks is coming out. Mortal Kombat is got a new TV spots that has a bunch of new, not a bunch, but it's got some new footage, a little bit more exposition to the story. Honestly, I think if we were to take all the TV spots and all the trailers right now, we could probably edit it to be like the whole movie. It would be like a huge fucking spoiler with everything that's out right now. But yeah, that's really all we got this week. But as always, if you guys have any additional questions, comments, are there any stories that we missed that you heard that you guys want us to talk about, please reach out to us on all of our social media platforms at TotallyAFan. That community engagement is really important to make sure that we cater the show to what you guys want to talk about. Now, obviously, you know, when we pick these topics, it's stuff we like, but we try to keep a broader audience in mind. But that's going to be the biggest thing moving forward is your guys' feedback. Definitely make sure you follow us on all social media. If you guys like what we do, please, you know, consider hitting like, share, subscribe, comment. If you're on Twitch and you want to help support the channel, you can subscribe for free using Twitch Prime. But yeah, the biggest thing is just kind of talking to you guys and figuring out more what you guys want to talk about. Additionally, we have a merch store up too. You guys can get all kinds of merch. But yeah, thank you guys again so much for tuning in and allowing us to be part of your day. We greatly appreciate it. So moving on to the podcast, Jesse.
Yes.
What do you want to talk about today? Because I have some stuff I want to talk about, but
yeah, I'm just trying to think. Use my old noodle, as
Sure.
they would say in PB&J Otter.
oh fuck,
Which they should bring that, by the way.
What a classic!
Talking about a Disney Plus show they should bring back.
Dude,
Have you seen? You know what I'm excited for? Have you seen, by any chance, the Thor 4 set photos?
Oh my god!
They're filming
Natalie
it right now.
Portman's jacked, bro. She's
Oh my god,
dude. I thought it was photoshopped at first. I was like,
thought
no
that was
way,
fake. I'm like,
I was
okay,
like, no
wait,
way,
what?
that's her. That looks like a fucking man.
dude.
But then, like, if you
Honestly-
look closely, like, there's feminine details that are still there. It's just her shirt's kind of baggy a little bit. So, like, yo, Natalie Portman can get it. Like, before
between
and
us
after.
guys, she could rip my dick off any day. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
she wanted to. Yeah, we're trying to
So,
keep it like nice, clean locker room.
She's
talk,
getting
right? Nothing-
she's getting into the role a lot.
Yeah.
So no CGI for her.
No, I'm really excited actually.
You know,
so
that looks.
So the
like
reason why she
crazy.
wasn't in Thor Ragnarok was because I don't remember what happened exactly, but Patty Jenkins, who was gonna direct it, or who I think started directing it, Natalie Portman was fighting to keep Patty on the production team, but either they let her go or she left or whatever the case was. So Natalie Portman was like, screw it, I'm not coming back. Because that's fucked up. She's a really great director. And she is a great director. I mean, shit. Fucking both Wonder Woman movies were good. Great even. And I'm really excited for the Star Wars movie Patty Jenkins is going to be directing. And I would love to get casted in that. So, guys, I need you to spread the word. Get me casted on freaking Rogue Squadron, please. Anyways, so now that she's back, I'm excited for this movie. Taika Waititi did such a great job with Ragnarok. And the fact that Natalie's back and we're going to go into the storyline.
Dude, not only is she back, she's buff. Like, wow.
Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
She ain't playing no games.
Nah.
Yeah, she looks worthy, all right. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Got to go
Yeah.
on that Chris Hemsworth diet.
You know what's funny? Coming off the heels of the Lola Bunny situation, like, this is kind of funny. But yeah, look.
Well, if Lola Bunny was jacked, I don't think I'd have a problem with it. It seems like they removed features from Lola Bunny, whereas Natalie Portman is enhanced.
She enhanced, yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
that's fine. That's not a big deal.
Yeah. I'm really excited too because like other set photos show Chris in like a more like retro style Thor. Like he's got like these blue like leggings almost, not leggings, like joggers with like these black boots, but like it's tied with like a yellow type of rope or wrap or something, and it looks very reminiscent of like the old like Thor comics. But then he's rocking that punk jacket, and it just, I don't know, it looks good. Also, too, I don't know if at the beginning of this movie we're going to get Fat Thor, but in all the pictures I've seen so far, Chris is like back to jacked Thor.
Yeah, I think the director said they kind of used Fat Thor enough. Like that was the whole joke of the movie.
Yeah.
So I would feel like, he would just start out normal. I mean, unless they want to do a quick throwaway and do like a montage, but I feel like it's kind of played its hand.
Yeah. I think I agree. I definitely think it served its purpose with the movie, but I think Thor has found a new sense of meaning after the whole incident, right? Getting his new hammer, saving the fucking universe and being able to bring everyone back. I think he has a new goals now, and it definitely makes sense for him to be back to like his original his original. I don't want to say body. That sounds weird, but like he's back in shape. He's back in shape. He knows what he wants out of life now. I think that's great.
Yeah, he hit the Bowflex.
Yeah. Speaking of Lola Bunny, there was a whole situation. So I posted on my personal Facebook the whole situation with Pepe Le Pew. So he's not coming back for Space Jam: A New Legacy. One thing that you actually brought up that makes total sense, and this kind of goes back to that fandom conversation that we had last episode. We haven't seen Pepe Le Pew in 20 years, you said? So
yeah, no one cares.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for everyone to get so riled up about it now.
People just want to get angry about something that doesn't matter.
Right. And
is my opinion.
And one thing I've been struggling with this past week because of this is like I remember watching Pepe Le Pew cartoons and I remember enjoying them. I remember like in retrospect he was not someone to idolize, I would say. Definitely stalkerish in a lot of his tendencies, but I understood the difference, and I think that's so important, right? Is knowing the difference between right and wrong, and allowing this content to not change your perspective, right? Just because it's funny in the cartoons doesn't mean you can go ahead and do it in real life. And the same thing with like movies and video games, right? How many times have we heard the conversation where like, oh, Grand Theft Auto is teaching our children to like kill people? No, dude, that's hateful rhetoric is teaching kids to do that shit. So I think there is a huge difference, I think, between cancel culture and holding somebody accountable for their wrongdoing. And I think, especially over the course of the last several years, just due to social norms and stuff like that, that line is getting very blurred, and it affects content and how we receive it, right? When they do gender swapping or race swapping, they say it's for quote unquote inclusion, but honestly, the biggest thing I feel like is because everyone's talking about it, they're choosing to go that route to try to jump on the bandwagon, right? But when at the end of the day, you would be so much better off making new content, right? New stories with new characters, with new people. And that's kind of what I feel like with the whole Pepe Le Pew thing is like, you don't need to make new Pepe Le Pew comics. Just kind of do what Dr. Seuss did. If the Looney Tune cartoons are there, they're there. But like, honestly, it falls on like us to know the difference, right? It falls on us to teach our kids, to teach the younger generation to know the difference. But struggling to appreciate content and deciding whether or not it's okay to continue appreciating it just because your friends are boycotting it for whatever reason, I think that's a huge problem. And that's a problem that I'm going through right now, right? There's a lot of stuff that I enjoy, but other people don't because of the social norms that are going on in the world right now. The best example I can give is Chick-fil-A. Regardless of how you feel about their sandwiches, regardless, it doesn't fucking matter. Chick-fil-A, the owner uses Chick-fil-A money to sponsor hate groups. Some of those people getting affected stopped going to Chick-fil-A once they found that out. Others that are affected by it continue to eat at Chick-fil-A despite knowing that they do that. So you who are in the middle, what do? Do you follow your friends that don't want nothing to do with it? Or do you follow your friends and say, fuck it, I like their sandwiches? It's one of those things. I really wanted to talk about that today because I think it's important that we understand the difference between cancel culture and holding somebody accountable. But we also need to understand that there is going to be a difference of opinion, and we need to learn how to live with each other that way, right? Obviously, if you are spouting hateful shit or purposefully giving misinformation because you yourself are ignorant, there's a difference between, wanting to block somebody out of your life because of that versus trying to teach that person how to be better, which is what I think we need to do moving forward. We need to teach everyone how to be better, learn from the mistake and be better. Look at James Gunn. James Gunn got fired after Guardians 2 because of shit he said in the past that he no longer believes now. Now he's coming back for Guardians 3, but because of that, it delayed Guardians 3 release. Guardians 3, I think, was supposed to come out. I think was supposed to be one of the first Phase 4 movies. But because
I think it was like right after Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah, but because of the whole situation, they ended up pushing it back further out. And then he's doing Suicide Squad. If he didn't get fired, he wouldn't have done Suicide Squad. So, we run the risk of costing someone their job because we are going straight to canceling them versus trying to teach them and trying to help them become better. And I think the same goes for the hot ticket names like J.K. Rowling and Gina Carano. They've said some shit. We need to teach them to be better. Now granted, Gina Carano's acting is like, So I don't know if I want her back. But like Harry Potter is like, I love the world of Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, you can't.
I don't give a shit about J.K. Rowling. I don't give a shit about what she
Harry
said.
Potter. It's too big.
Yeah, dude.
Try as much as you want. That ain't going anywhere. So you can choose to support them or not, but it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah,
it is too big to fail.
Right. So, but that's like a thing, right? So there's definitely something I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to get out there. I wanted all of us to be able to engage in this type of conversation. So again, if you feel
better now that you got it off your chest,
I feel a little bit better. Yeah. So if you're on YouTube, please comment. Let me know your thoughts. Obviously, like I understand what they said was wrong, and not just them, but like anyone, right? I understand when people say shit.
I can break it down into one simple sentence.
Do it.
No one should be fired for their opinion unless that opinion is actively hurting someone or a group of people.
I like that.
That's like the bottom line.
I like that. Quote of the year.
If it's your opinion that, there's aliens in the world and they shoot alien lasers at farm fields and everyone's a ghost human, that's a stupid opinion, but it's well within your right to believe that. Mm-hmm. If you believe all white people are superior than other races, that's a harmful opinion and you should be fired. So everyone should just stay off Twitter. Twitter is so evil. Just don't tweet anything and you'll be fine. Like, honestly, come on.
Yeah.
And I think the thing with like the thing with Pepe Le Pew and all that stuff, like I think that's more like we don't want kids to watch this and feel like that's okay. But again, he hasn't been around for years and years. So I feel like it's an outside entity that's just clawing onto this idea of like canceling something when it's canceled because no one cares. The same thing with Dr. Seuss. No one knew those 6 books. You couldn't name me those 6 books before they said we're going to stop publishing it. The same thing with Apu from The Simpsons when that documentary came out and said, "Oh, we think Apu is a stereotype against Indians." But by then, Apu hasn't been in an episode of The Simpsons for at least 2 or 3 seasons. He just naturally kind of faded away. He's been in the show, but he hasn't had a speaking line in years. He's like a background character now. I think they realized early on that, hey, this probably isn't good to do anymore. We're just going to slowly phase him out. But then people get all riled up over something that just isn't relevant anymore. I like SWAT Cats. Oh. SWAT Cats hasn't been on the air in years. Are they canceling SWAT Cats? Probably. I wish they'd bring that back.
I do too.
But I'm not
SWAT
crying
Cats
about
so
it.
Sick.
I know. Like they're canceling it because it doesn't make money. It's not relevant anymore. No one cares.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, those 6 Dr. Seuss books weren't making any money. So if they just would have said, yeah, we're going to stop publishing them because it's wasting money. No one's buying them. Oh yeah, by the way, they're kind of racist, but who cares? Just Stop overreacting.
Yeah, I think that
bring podcast, please.
I think that quote was like nail on the head, right? I think or hammer on the nail.
I'm a prophet.
Yeah,
I'm a Messiah.
I think that's a great way to view the content.
And if you want to eat at Chick-fil-A, go ahead and eat at Chick-fil-A.
No, actually,
if you want to throw a couple donations to LGBTQ
hate groups and
or act the counteract the donations that the hateful bigots running Chick-fil-A do, then be my guest. Go ahead. Okay. That's delicious chicken. I mean,
I don't know, dude. I think it's overrated, to be honest.
Unless they're beheading people on the streets, like I'm gonna still eating that chicken.
Really? I think it's overrated. I
actually if they were beheading people on the streets, you would still go there or no?
No, I don't go to Chick-fil-A now.
Oh man, Chick-fil-A's awesome, man. That's Jesus chicken. That's blessed chicken right there.
Settle down, dude. Settle down. No, I think it's overrated. I mean, I've eaten it, and if a group is hey, we're all getting Chick-fil-A, then I'm gonna not say no, but like I don't like their chicken. I don't like their chicken. I think it's whatever. Anyways, yeah. I just wanted to bring that up because it was something I've been dealing with the last week. I'm still kind of struggling with it right now, but like
I can tell you're a big Pepe Le Pew fan, and it's just eating you alive that he's not going to be in Space Jam.
I think my favorite Looney Tune
Who cares? Pepe Le Pew.
I think my favorite Looney Tune
Did people forget on Tiny Toon Adventures they had the female skunk? What's her name? Fifi. And she did the same thing. She was just like, trying to touch all the other Tiny Toon boys and rub all over them. It's the same thing. Yeah. Like no one cared. It's 20 years ago. Like, it's over and done with.
Yeah, I just think it's a huge. I think it's a huge conservative talking point, and I'm not saying conservative as in like Republicans or political. It's just the conservatism mindset is very hold true to our value, or hold true to our values, and they honor tradition, and I think that's just Pepe Le Pew is part of Looney Tunes tradition. But going back to like what Jesse said, like the only way you're watching Looney Tunes is more than likely, if not HBO, it's Boomerang, if that's still around. And even then, like who's really watching Looney Tunes apart from kids? So that was just something I really wanted to bring up. Something I just wanted to cover kind of quickly, just to kind of get back into it. But there's other shit going on in the news, other shit going on in the world that's more important than Pepe Le Pew. So we just need to get over it. And I think, understanding the difference between cancel and holding accountability, I think we need to reset our minds on knowing the difference. Kakarot Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is coming out with what is it? Is it an update or is it a sequel?
It's a DLC.
It's DLC. Okay.
Back when the game came out, you bought the season pass and it came with like 2 or 3 packs of DLC.
Okay.
This is the third one. I don't know how many total there are. I kind of forgot about that game because it feel like they didn't really have a plan of what they wanted. Like this DLC is coming like a year or 2 later. So
yeah. I mean, the game was
but
kind
it's part of that season pass.
The game was kind of fun. Like I played it a couple times. I enjoyed it, but yeah, it's coming out with a whole new season pass, and I think the first drop is going to be the Trunks saga, or rather the Trunks timeline with the androids. So I think that's going to be fun. Again, the game was pretty enjoyable. We know there's other stuff coming out too. I recently reported that Halo, they're not going to have dual wielding or elites as playable characters in favor of other features, but it's not to say that it's they're not going to have it forever. It's just not going to be at launch of the game. Some people are upset about it. I think dual wielding has like been a staple since Halo 3. So,
I mean, it hasn't been. Was that the last time they had it? Like they didn't have any in 4.
They did. I thought they did.
No, dude, dual wielding. It was 2 and 3.
Reach,
and that's it. Reach did it? I don't think it did.
Fuck, I don't remember.
Again, that's something from the past that no one cares about anymore. But I mean, I guess we'll have to see.
Dude, now I want to go back and play the old Halo games just to like.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Let's do it right now.
We
After the
can't.
show.
We tried.
Exclusive stream.
We tried.
Well, I got a headset now, so we're good. It worked. We tried it out. It works.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
We'll do it. What else do we got?
Did you see? We've been talking about Paramount Plus a lot. Do you actually have Paramount Plus?
No, not yet. I forgot to download it.
Oh, it's so good.
I'll
Just
probably get
the
it
fact that all the old Nicktoons are on there. But the new SpongeBob spinoff, the Camp Coral, is like on there. It's not bad. I watched a few episodes. It's pretty funny.
It's out. Oh, well, yeah. It came.
Yeah, it came out. It launched with the service. So the new movie came out, and then the new spinoff, which everyone thought would suck, but it's actually, it's pretty funny. I haven't watched SpongeBob in years, but.
Well, no, I did. I think the last couple seasons of SpongeBob were not as strong
as
the first season.
I'm bringing up because they're, when you think of a SpongeBob spinoff, like the first thing that came to your mind as like an old school SpongeBob fan is the fact that they're younger now and they're all at summer camp together. Mm-hmm. So the fact that Sandy is now meeting SpongeBob when they're kids, but in the original show they didn't meet until they were a little older.
Yeah, it was
so that kind of caused like this parallel like timeline issue thing, and they kind of didn't address it. But then I got a few episodes in, they actually address it. So if you want to throw that for any SpongeBob fans, you want to throw that spoiler alert graphic up there. There is an actual reason for that, which is pretty cool. Hold on. So there is actually a SpongeBob multiverse. So the Sandy in the SpongeBob spinoff is not the same Sandy from the original show. They do a cutaway gag where the future Sandy is talking to this past little Sandy, and they had this plan where that future cartoon Sandy was going to send young 3D Sandy back in time to physically meet SpongeBob when they were kids so they can reset the timeline. It's like weird. It's clearly just a one-off joke just so they're nailing on the fact that, hey, this is a retcon. But the fact that they included that, it threw me off guard.
That's so dumb.
And it is so meta that they actually address it and give like a pretty valid answer, which is just basically, multiverse. I thought that was cool. I don't know what episode it is. It's like maybe midway through the season. And it's right at the end. It's almost like an after credits scene. But it's like right at the end, and they full on just go like, she has this acorn phone, and it's like it brings up cartoon Sandy from the current SpongeBob, and they're like talking to each other, and it's so weird that they would do that. But okay, so SpongeBob multiverse is confirmed. So
is Paramount Plus like Netflix, where when they release a show, they have the whole season, or is it?
Yeah,
like
so they have the whole series up right now that you can just binge through it.
Okay.
But I got it when it launched. It's actually, the fact that I can stream Rocket Power and Rocko's Modern Life is I think is enough for me to just have it. But
two very classic shows.
Cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of like cancel culture and SpongeBob, they actually removed one episode of SpongeBob, which I understand. Previously they've removed like sections of an episode. Do you remember that one where Squidward tries the Krabby Patty for the first time and he gets like addicted to it, and then he has to eat all the Krabby Patties?
Oh,
so he breaks into the Krusty Krab at night to like eat from the patty vault. There was a scene where they had like a homemade alarm system, so he busts through the door and gasoline pours on him and he gets lit on fire as an anti-theft alarm.
He's like SpongeBob was like, no, don't eat all the Krabby Patties.
Yeah.
He's like, or what? So I'll explode? No, it'll go to your thighs.
Yeah.
And then you'll explode.
They cut that scene out of him actually engulfing in flames, just because that's kind of scary for kids, and they don't want kids to pour gasoline on their friends. That I understand.
Don't that.
Yeah,
I don't remember
right, because I remember the original airing. So there was another one where they just completely removed the episode from Paramount. You can't even watch it. It was the one where Mr. Krabs like feels really old, and he doesn't want to be old anymore. So he says to SpongeBob and Patrick, "Hey, let's do some. What do you cool kids like to do?" And like they're doing boring stuff like going to the laundromat and like going shopping, and he gets all frustrated. And at the very end,
was that when they start cussing like sailors?
No, that was a different one.
That's a different episode.
Right at the end, Patrick's like, okay, so the last thing we're going to do is a panty raid.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's like, what? He's like, yeah, we're going to go into this house
then they
and
go
steal
to
these
his
girls'
mom's
panties.
house.
And it's his mom's house. So that whole episode is now gone. And I believe it's because of the panty raid joke right at the end that they cut it out. But
you got to imagine how many kids went on panty raids.
I mean, yeah, like why?
that.
That's not something nice to show the kiddies to go through their mommy's underwear drawer. But yeah, other than that, all the episodes are up there, and it's actually pretty sick to just have them playing in the background like classic SpongeBob. Yeah. So.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, I mean, we reported like all the crazy shit about to come to Paramount Plus. I haven't gotten it yet. I mean, I'll probably get it today. There's no reason why I can't. But there's a lot of really great shows coming out. You know, speaking of Halo's going to be on there pretty soon. They have a pretty good cast so far. Yeah. This week has been kind of crazy. Like I said, I think because so much content is getting ready to drop, whether it be a week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, we've been getting a lot of TV spots, a lot of trailers. I think the only other big thing would be that the girls that are going to be playing the Powerpuff Girls were cast. Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., she plays Quake. Dove Cameron, she's popular from the Descendants movies on Disney. She, I think, is playing Bubbles. And I don't know who the third person is. I actually haven't heard of her, but I have her name here. I think she's a singer. Yana Perrault. I think she's a singer. I'm not sure. She's potentially going to be playing Buttercup more than likely, with Chloe playing as Blossom. Yeah, so apart from that, I mean, we didn't get a lot of other news. So again, guys, it's really important that you hit us up on social media. Hashtag TAF Live would probably be the best way to tag us in anything going on in the world of fandom that you guys want us to talk about. Whether it's something we missed on today's episode, something we missed on a previous episode, if you want our thoughts, etc., whatever it is, just let us know. You can post it down in the comments below or just connect to us on social media. Like I said, you can join the Discord. Anytime I'm on the computer, I'm usually sitting in Discord working on stuff for work or personal projects. But that's the biggest thing, is trying to grow that social media engagement. We have tons of followers. We just want to connect more. So for sure, feel free. Let us know. I would like to introduce a new segment where we take your questions and stuff like that. I think that would be cool. Something to add a little bit more value to the stream. I think it would be great. But yeah, Jesse, unless you got something else to talk about, I think that might be it for today's show.
I think I'm all tapped out, sir.
Yeah. A lot of cool stuff's coming. A lot of stuff's questionable, and a lot of people pissed off at shit that's changing. That's basically what happened this week. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. As always, I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Thank you guys so much for taking time to hang out. If you guys enjoy what we do on the stream, please consider sharing, commenting, subscribing on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, you can subscribe using Twitch Prime. If you like listening to the podcast version, the podcast goes live every Monday, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Anchor.fm or anywhere else you'd like to listen to podcasts, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, etc. Full episode of today will be on Wednesday on YouTube, so hope to see you guys then. As always, guys, thank you so much for your continued love and support. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one, but as always, thanks for coming.